As the emergency code alarm blared through St. Vincent Hospital, the operating room was moments from wrapping up a routine surgery. Nurse Amelia Hartman was preparing to leave, her mind already on the evening ahead, the wedding of Lucas, her army comrade who'd once saved her life. But as two critically injured patients were rushed in and the surgeon was still tied up, Amelia sprinted to the emergency department. "I'll assess the injured," she declared to the other nurses, her voice steady with resolve. But when she saw the patients, her heart stopped. Lying on the gurneys were Lucas, her soldier friend whose wedding she was meant to attend, and his fiancée, Amelia. In the next 30 minutes, the hospital would uncover the truth about Amelia Hartman. Some wear nursing scrubs, but their scars tell stories of battlefields. Welcome to Hidden Legends. Before we dive into this gripping tale, drop a comment with the city you're reading from, hit that subscribe button, and give us a like to share this story with more people. Amelia Hartman was the gold standard of surgical nurses at St. Vincent. At 29, she'd spent 4 years at the hospital, never once drawing a complaint. Patients adored her warmth and patience. Doctors relied on her unshakable calm. "Amelia's our rock," said Chief Physician Dr. Elias Moreau. "She never falters, even in the most intense surgeries." But Amelia's composure wasn't born in nursing school. Her shift was a clockwork ritual, starting at 7 a.m., prepping surgeries, assisting doctors, and guiding post-op care. Yet her approach was far from ordinary. She analyzed every procedure with military precision, spotting complications before they arose. Colleagues marveled at her expertise. "Amelia, how do you know so much about surgery?" they'd ask. "Experience," she'd reply, her tone clipped, her past a closed book. Her equipment told a different story. While most nurses carried standard supplies, Amelia's bag held combat-grade medical gear, advanced trauma kits, battlefield surgical tools, equipment built for crises. Amelia Hartman's real story began a decade ago, at 19, when she enlisted in the Army. Why the Army? Amelia's mother, a nurse, had been her guiding star. Her compassion and dedication to patients shaped Amelia's dream to follow in her footsteps. "I'll provide the best care, just like her," she vowed as a child. "I'll serve people." In the Army, she found her calling as a 68-watt combat medic. But after basic training, she was handpicked for an elite program. Special Operations Combat Medic, SOCM, training, a grueling 24-week course for high-intensity combat zones. Amelia excelled, becoming one of the program's top female graduates. SOCM wasn't just about bandaging wounds. She mastered battlefield surgery, medical procedures under fire, multi-casualty chaos, and high-stress leadership. "Your job isn't just patching people up," her instructor, Master Sergeant Luca Bianchi, told her. "You make life or death calls in combat with no backup, no resources. You save warriors." Amelia embraced that mindset, honing her ability to deliver medical miracles in dire conditions. The toughest challenge was prolonged field care, stabilizing patients for hours with minimal supplies, navigating evacuation delays. She became a master of it. Her first deployment, supporting Afghanistan's Special Operations Task Force, tested her limits. One case stood out: 5 soldiers with complex IED blast injuries. Amelia kept them alive for 8 hours with scarce resources, waiting for evacuation. Her second deployment, in Iraq's urban combat zones, pushed her further. She performed field surgeries amid mortar fire and cared for casualties under sniper threats. Her third deployment, classified counterterrorism operations with Tier 1 units, saw her handle sensitive missions, supporting 180 combat medical cases over 8 years without losing a single patient. But one moment defined her. In Afghanistan, a roadside bomb left Amelia critically wounded. Lucas, a fellow soldier, stabilized her for 12 agonizing hours until medevac arrived. That night, at a forward operating base, she told him, "You saved my life. I owe you everything." Lucas shrugged. "We're soldiers. We save each other." In 2019, after an honorable discharge, Amelia transitioned to civilian life. With VA counseling and civilian medical certifications, she channeled her combat experience into a new mission: serving people through healthcare. Nursing felt like home. It echoed her mother's legacy and kept her ready for emergencies. When St. Vincent hired her, her credentials, nursing degree, 8 years of military medical experience, SOCM certification made her overqualified. I've always loved surgical nursing, she told the hiring committee, her sincerity masking her extraordinary past. At the hospital, Amelia's work seemed routine, prepping surgeries, assisting doctors, managing post-op care. But she approached every case like a combat medic, spotting risks early and anticipating crises. Amelia, how do you predict surgical issues so well? Her colleague Clara asked. My mother was a nurse, Amelia would say. She taught me the value of care. In truth, her instincts came from 8 years of SOCM training, rapid assessments, critical decisions, and leading teams under pressure. She knew the hospital's emergency systems, like a battlefield map, equipment locations, protocols, backup plans. On Saturday, May 20th, Amelia began a routine shift assisting Dr. Johann Lindstrom with a gallbladder surgery. The day felt special. She was headed to Lucas's wedding that evening. Lucas, the soldier who saved her, was marrying Amelia, and Amelia couldn't wait to celebrate his new chapter. The surgery was nearly done by 3:30 p.m. Final sutures in place, the patient stable. Then the overhead speakers crackled. Code Blue Emergency Department, multiple trauma, ETA, 2 minutes. Amelia's combat instincts kicked in. Multiple trauma cases were her domain. She hesitated. She wanted to get to the wedding, but her training pulled her toward the ER. Dr. Lindstrom, surgery's almost done. Should I check the emergency department? Your shift's over, Amelia, he said. Go to the wedding. The ED team's got this. But she was already moving, her 8 years of combat medicine whispering that her skills might be needed. The emergency department was chaos. 2 ambulances had just arrived, paramedics unloading critical patients. What's the situation? Amelia asked charge nurse Helena. High-speed car crash, Helena replied. 2 patients, unconscious, multiple traumas. Dr. Frederick Duval's in surgery, and Dr. Sophia Russo's on another call. Amelia glanced at the gurneys and froze. The first patient was Lucas, bloodied, unconscious, with signs of severe head trauma. The second was Amelia, the bride-to-be, now fighting for breath with chest injuries. Amelia, you okay? Helena asked. Amelia took a deep breath, her SOCM training snapping into action. I know them, she said, her voice calm but firm. They're friends. I'm taking primary care. Amelia, you're surgical, not ED, Helena protested. I'm qualified, Amelia shot back, already at Lucas's side. Her training took over, rapid trauma assessment, prioritizing interventions. Lucas had severe head trauma, possibly a traumatic brain injury with unstable vitals. Amelia showed chest trauma, likely a pneumothorax. Her breathing labored. Both were critical, needing different specialties. Helena, get the trauma team now, Amelia ordered. Lucas needs a neurosurgery consult. Amelia needs thoracic surgery. Both need stabilization immediately. How do you know this? Helena asked, stunned by Amelia's precision. I'll explain later. I need trauma cart, intubation gear, chest tube kit now. Amelia was already managing Lucas's airway, her combat-honed skills seamless in the civilian hospital. Intubation, cranial pressure monitoring, neurological checks, her expertise went far beyond a nurse's scope. Where'd you learn this? Asked Dr. Victor Novak, a trauma resident arriving on scene. Military, Amelia said, checking Lucas's pupils. Former Army SOCM, Special Operations Combat Medic? Victor's eyes widened. That's elite training. And right now, Lucas needs cranial decompression, maybe an emergency craniotomy. Amelia needs a chest tube for a probable pneumothorax. Amelia moved to Amelia, her hands swift as she assessed her chest. Tension pneumothorax confirmed. She prepared for needle decompression, her mind racing through surgical airway options. Amelia took charge, her combat leadership shining. Dr. Novak, monitor Lucas's cranial pressure. Helena, prep Amelia's chest tube. Respiratory therapy, get both on mechanical ventilation. The team moved under her command, her military presence undeniable. This level of coordination, Helena murmured, amazed. Combat medicine teaches you to manage multiple casualties, Amelia said, stabilizing Amelia's breathing. Every patient matters. No one gets left behind. That was her SOCM creed. Maximum effort, optimized resources, unwavering focus. Lucas's cranial pressure was spiking, needing immediate surgery. Amelia's respiratory distress was worsening, her chest tube urgent. Dr. Novak, prep Lucas for the ore, Amelia said. I'll handle Amelia's chest tube. That's a physician's procedure, Victor objected. I've done it under fire with less equipment, Amelia replied. I can handle this. Her hands moved with military precision, inserting the chest tube. Amelia's breathing eased, her vitals stabilizing. Meanwhile, Lucas was prepped for surgery, thanks to Amelia's quick assessment. Both patients are stable because of you, Victor said, impressed. It's what I trained for, Amelia replied humbly. Save lives, whatever it takes. But in that moment, Amelia's secret unraveled. Her combat medic identity has surfaced. Dr. Elias Moreau, the hospital chief, arrived, reviewing the situation. Amelia, your care today was extraordinary. Your background? She paused, her 4 years of silence breaking. Sir, I served 8 years as a U.S. Army Special Operations combat medic. 3 deployments, advanced trauma training, multi-casualty operations. Dr. Moreau was stunned. Sockham? That's elite. Why keep it hidden? I wanted a fresh start, Amelia said. Nursing, helping people peacefully. Today you went beyond nursing, Moreau said. Trauma leadership, advanced procedures, coordinating chaos. That's military training. Amelia nodded. Combat medicine teaches you to adapt to save lives in any situation. Moreau offered her a trauma department leadership role. Amelia hesitated. I prefer patient care, but I could train others. 2 days later, Lucas woke up, his surgery successful, a full recovery ahead. Amelia was breathing on her own, her chest tube removed. In the ICU, Amelia visited. How are you feeling, Lucas? They told me you saved us, he said, just like you always do. I did what needed doing, Amelia said. You were supposed to be at your wedding, and you were supposed to be our guest, Lucas replied. Instead, you saved our lives. We're even now. Amelia, weak but smiling, chimed in. Marcus told me how he saved you in combat. Now you've saved us both, your family. 3 weeks later, Lucas and Amelia were fully recovered, planning a new wedding date. Lucas asked, Amelia, will you be my best woman? Not best man, she teased emotional. Best woman, he said. You saved my life, I saved yours. We're bonded forever. End of quote. The wedding invitation read, Thanks to Amelia Hartman and Lucas Weber, we're alive to celebrate love. Amelia stayed humble. I'm just glad you're both healthy. Amelia's story spread through the hospital. Colleagues like Clara showed new respect. I feel safer working with you, Clara said. Nurses begged for training, and Amelia started a program. Basic trauma assessment, emergency coordination, staying calm under pressure. Every patient matters, she taught. Doctor. Moreau offered a new role, trauma nursing coordinator. Amelia accepted. I can serve better by preparing others. 6 months later, she was still at St. Vincent, balancing hands-on care with training. Lucas and Amelia's wedding was beautiful, with Amelia as best woman, proud but understated. Her training program grew, other hospitals sought her expertise, and she even collaborated with the police on tactical medical response. Her greatest achievement? Lucas and Amelia, healthy and happy. Their friendship, forged in combat, thrived in civilian life. Ever regret leaving the military? Dr. Moreau asked. Amelia glanced at Lucas and Amelia's wedding photo on her desk. I served soldiers for 8 years overseas. Now I serve everyone here. Same mission. Amelia's story isn't just about medical heroism. It's about military skills, saving lives in civilian scrubs, the power of friendship, and an unwavering commitment to service. I'm no longer a soldier, she'd say. I'm a healer, a protector, a friend. But that day, she proved that military precision and civilian compassion can intertwine to save lives. Do you know quiet heroes like Amelia, healthcare workers with hidden military pasts? Share their stories in the comments. Here at Hidden Legends, we believe the greatest heroes hide in the most caring professions. If this moved you, share it, subscribe, and help these stories reach more people. The nurse in your next emergency might carry battlefield skills you'd never suspect. Real healers change uniforms, but their mission never wavers. Save lives, protect people, never leave anyone behind.